On here we got David Long on Golgari Depths against David Schnayer. Schnayer playing 4-color control.
I'm guessing some sort of run in 6 strategy. What we got here?
Oh, you guessed wrong. No, therefore you're
run
right.
in 6, Narset, Jace, Humility, Arkham's Astrolabe, kind of gluing it together. A lot of basics.
Soup. 4-color soup. A duress here from David Long will show you Humility, Brainstorm,
1 Tropical
Astrolabe,
Island, 1 Plateau. Normal stuff.
Dak Faden. Swords of Plowshares took care of Elvish Reclaimer, but look at this. Look at this mess of a hand. I guess Brainstorm is so powerful. There are 2. Let me check something here. 4 Brainstorm, 4 Force of Will, 4 Ren and 6, 4 Astrolabe, and then the rest. And the rest is a crew.
I've been running into this deck online as well.
Yeah.
Variations of this deck. Extremely bad against Burn.
Yeah, I can't see that being a good matchup for them at all. Here's Thoughtseize. Humility, Dak Faden. Couple of different lands here. Humility is going to bite the dust. Lonely Sandbar in hand. How many of those are in this deck? 2. Couple of Mox Diamonds as well to get the party rolling. This is a wild looking deck.
Unexpectedly absent.
Here's a crop rotation from D Long. Gonna get a Dark Depths. Thing about David Long is he's really good at this legacy thing.
Been doing this hustle for a while
Yeah,
now.
he has. Yeah, he has. Another Astrolabe.
Oh, cool.
Oh, a Wasteland is timely. Now, I would
not sit on that.
I don't let that.
I don't like sitting on that.
David Long doesn't mind that. Here's a Thoughtseize.
And now we wait.
You fire that Wasteland off now, you're probably going to get Elvish Spirit Guided. Cycle the Sandbar. Love it.
Yeah, it's against opponents who are good. It is better just to not mess around.
I'm going to take care of the stage. And now here's Ren. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, this game, fire.
And we're all done.
Yeah. This might be bad news. Well, that's that. David Schnayer going to win again and one here over David Long. Ren and 6 in combination with Wasteland. You should... look, I know you love your burn deck. How aren't you doing some sort of Ren and 6 Wasteland thing, given your affinity for destroying your opponent's lands? I don't quite get it.
I don't know. Astrolabe is really not my sort of thing.
At one point in your life, you really liked to draw a card.
Yeah, it's true.
You used to really hit people with the Thieving Magpie. So let's not act like you haven't done it
No,
before.
there's a difference between all right, play a Magpie, and now there's like this stress and tension of do I get to untap with it and play or not.
Sure.
And just playing 1 mana cantrip. Basically, Is It Phoenix in Modern has ruined it forever for me. Just watching people cast the same card over and over and over and over again and not advance the game state, I can't handle it anymore.
It ruined it?
I can't handle it.
Okay. All right. That's totally reasonable. These players do some sideboarding here for David Long, who got locked out by Ren and 6. He's got 2 Force of Vigor, 3 Plague Engineer, some Tarmogoyfs, 4 Hinotoric, and 3 Leyline of the Void. Against this 4-color nonsense deck, I don't know, you might be able to go beat downs with Tarmogoyf. I don't think it's likely, though. Your opponent has swords, might not be very good.
Yeah, but it's possible. I would not be surprised if Long had a sideboard of just regular Magic cards for matchups where the combo is going to be too hard to assemble. Plow plus Wasteland plus Ren and 6 might warrant enough of a need for deviation that you just go to Hymns and Tarmogoyfs.
Here's Duress. It's Ponder, it's Narset, it's Astrolabe. This is nice. This is really nice.
Oh yeah, you just
Red and 6 swords, 2 snow-covered islands. 2 snow-covered islands, Red and 6, huh?
Lot riding on that Astrolabe. Oh, there's a lot.
That is nice.
Oh.
Taking the swords.
Interesting. I mean, that implies a very fast combo here if Long is not concerned about Schnayer being able to fix his mana.
The funny thing is this deck, even though that hand is hilarious, as here's him to Torak. Oh, that's cute. He did draw Savannah, so he can play Ren and 6 next turn.
Oh, yeah, if he gets to keep the Savannah and the Ren and 6, he's just good.
Didn't see what he lost. Well, he lost Savannah and Ren and 6.
Well, if you're going to lose one, you want to lose both.
You want to lose them both.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. There's a Flooded Strand. Back over to Dave. I love it.
Just going to go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the time is not on Long's side here.
Yep. One thing I really enjoy about watching David Long play these decks is he's very good at identifying when he's supposed to go for Depths 2020 or not. He's taking the swords out of his opponent's hand. He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to see his opponent play a Wasteland.
There would be no reason to take the Swords of Plowshares out of a hand that was that soft, that couldn't even cast the Swords of Plowshares without the Astrolabe in the first place.
Yep.
Unless you were planning on just doing this.
Make your opponent have it. Now they can find it with Brainstorm. I don't know if Schnayer has found it or not yet, but make him have it. Schnayer will untap. Schnayer will draw. It's a ponder. With.
Good news for Long here. If there's a shuffle going on, very likely that Schnayer has no answer right now and is digging.
Mystery card. Let's do it again. This deck, yep, shuffle again. Gotta find a swords. Wasteland ain't it. Probably like a 3-outer. Deck doesn't even play that many of that effect. Yeah, it's a 3 Swords of Plowshares deck. Draw. Dead. Love it.
Okay.
Love it. Makes his move, makes his 2020, makes his opponent have the answer. David Schnayer didn't have the answer, so David Long ties things up. In Schnayr's sideboard, by the way, there's a Moat, there's a Force of Negation, a Supreme Verdict and Ancient Grudge, 2 Hydroblast, 2 Pyroblast, 3 Surgical Extraction, a Wear Tear, an Ashiok Dream Render, a Return to Nature, and a Spell Pierce.
I mean, very, very little for this sort of matchup.
Yeah, I would agree.
Just a lot of red and blue blasts that don't have anything to do here. Some anti-creature measures that don't line up the right way. I mean, maybe you can bring in Spell Pierce. Even that one seems really shaky to me. Wouldn't surprise me if Schnayer was very close to his Game 1 configuration.
Well, these players are going to shuffle up. They're going to get ready for game number 3. David Long will be on the play. Long, one of our legacy stalwarts here on the SCG Tour. You're not going to see him very often or maybe even at all at a standard or modern open, but when there's legacy to be played and dark depths to be sacrificed, he will be here doing exactly that. He's been great in the team constructed opens as the legacy seat for players.
And you can appreciate, you know, I think there's a much more conventional path there of just taking the Astrolabe and just trying to play a longer game. But I think David's been around the block with this deck enough times to know that against a deck that has a wide array of potential interaction, he's better just shrinking the timeline of the game as much as possible and putting Schnayer on, you know, you gotta draw another copy or else you're dead straight away instead of trying to play a long game.
Yep. Volcanic Island to start things off here for Schnayer. It's an Urborg here for Long and a Thoughtseize. Brainstorm will allow Schnayer to hide some cards. Now we see a hand. Snow-covered Island, Wasteland, Lonely Sandbar, Scalding Tarn, Narset, Council's Judgment. Makes you wonder what he hit on the top of the deck. We don't know, neither do you. Only person that knows right now is David Schnayer.
All we know, 2 cards better than the ones that he's choosing to reveal to Long right now.
There goes Narset. That's a Mox. Elvish Reclaimer. Pass a turn back. Hit a Force of Will. No blue card to go along with that Force of Will.
Extremely weak now.
Yeah. Wasteland's going to take care of the Urborg. We're going to head back over to Long. Long will play a Duress. See the Force of Will. Note that Schnayer has not cycled the Lonely Sandbar yet. That'll probably happen at the end step. Reclaimer's going to give some beatdowns and just pass the turn back. So cycle the Sandbar, now draw a card. Force negation the draw. Counter magic plentiful here for Schnayer. Another Duress. All right, Force. I believe in Ashiok?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's possible Long operates a little bit out of the graveyard.
Yeah, he does, a little. It's annoying enough, and I think Long thinks he can play through the counter magic.
Well, the counter magic doesn't really do anything here if Long can make some land drops, because you can operate the combo just out of Elvish Reclaimer, never have to resolve another spell.
The fear is if your opponent finds a Renin 6, Schnayr's going to keep there with the Ponder. He'll play a snow-covered island, pass the turn back. Long looking for his second land of the game. Found it with Thespian Stage. He'll pass the turn back.
But you're absolutely correct. Long at risk here of not even a wasteland loop, but just a wasteland being too hard to overcome.
Lonely Sandbar will be played, not cycled, pass the turn back. Elvish Reclaimer is going to sacrifice that Thespian Stage. Curious to see what land Long wants to get. Remember, the land that comes in from the Reclaimer enters the battlefield tapped. Might be a little too good if it enters the battlefield untapped. So he'll just get a basic swamp. Can't hit that one with Wasteland.
Also, rebates are confusing.
Sure.
It's easier just to process the card as, okay, it costs what it costs. That's how much mana I'm down, rather than, and I get one on the way back.
Beatdowns.
I also think you're right, power level-wise, it would just be too much.
Another discard spell. Spell Pierce will take care of the Duress. We'll head back over to Schnayer. Schnayr's going to very quickly sacrifice the Scalding Tarn. Been a little bit since we've seen this in Legacy, but it looks like he obviously has to. Well, you can't get that land with illegal. The Tarn.
Yeah, Schnayr's list has a lot of confusing, fetch land plus dual land considerations. And this is a big one too. I mean, he's 4 colors, right? So it matters a lot if he can get a Savannah here for unlocking his whole hand.
It's not just free. I'm sure he'd like to search for some sort of green source. Now, he could get Tropical Island, but that means he doesn't have white mana.
Right, he can get a Tundra, he can get a Plateau, he can get a 3rd color, but he can't get everything.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be Jace that he wanted to play. He's going to play the very powerful Planeswalker, unsummon the Elvish Reclaimer, and we're going to head back over to David Long now. Long is going to try to deploy that. Force of Will, exiling Force Negation will stop the Reclaimer. That's a Hex Mage. That'll kill the Jace.
Nice.
And now we play on. Ponder off the top is pretty nice there for David Schnayer. He'll shuffle. Long with some nice sequencing there too, mind you, starting with the Reclaimer, a card he may not have cared about all that much. The Hex Mage was the key one to resolve because we know what happens if Jace stays on the battlefield for long. Wasteland's going to take care of the green source of mana. We head back over to Long. Long will now play another. Okay.
That's it. It's the whole thing.
Yep. Make a 20/20. You better have swords. Dead. David Long does it again. He does it again. Wins this game in match.